Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I thought I'll show you another example of what I eat in a day. But before we get started, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so every time I post a new video, you will be the first to know. So here I am having my morning tea. Now this tea, of course, has no milk, no sugar. It does have a teaspoon of erythritol, and it's just plain green tea. As many of you know, I do intermittent fasting, which means I consume all of my calories within a 6 to 8 hour window during the day, and I fast the remainder of the 16 to 18 hours. So the one thing I try my best to do is to exercise at least 4 to 5 times a week. And most days I try to get my workout done in the morning so that I'm still in a fasted state. And what I've read is that it is the most optimal time to exercise when you're in a fasted state. But don't let that stop you from working out. If you don't have time in the morning, then do it in the evening. Of course, it's pretty obvious, you know that, I know that it's important to stay hydrated during the day, especially when you're fasting. But what's not so obvious is that the more water you drink, the more water is gonna come out of your body in the form of either urinating or if you're exercising, then sweating. It's not just water that comes out of your body, you're actually losing valuable minerals with that urine and with that sweat. It's very, very important to add a little bit of minerals in your water. And when I say minerals, I mean a little bit of pink Himalayan salt will do wonders. And here I have my mineral spiked water. I'm gonna hit the gym and I'll catch you back in a little bit. So I got back from exercising about an hour back and it's time to break my fast. So the best time to have protein is after a workout. So once again, to remind you, it was a fasted morning workout and then I waited about an hour or so. And now I'm using this protein product. It's called GenPro. Now, they're not sponsoring me, I'm not getting any money from this, but I just want to share this with you because I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like protein powders. They're chalky to me. I don't like those extra flavors that are in there, the vanilla, the chocolate. They have all these fancy flavors, like yummy, yummy sounding, but when I eat them or when I drink them, it's nasty. To me, it's nasty. This is the first protein powder that I've found that completely dissolves in any kind of liquid, like whether it be water or some kind of juice, or of course we cannot have juice, but it just dissolves and there's barely any flavor to it and there's barely any texture to it, which I really, really appreciate because again, I don't like that chalkiness. So what I'm doing right now is I have unsweet coconut milk, and you can use almond milk if you like, unsweet almond milk, but I love coconut and I love coconut in any form, so this is perfect for me. This one, for a cup of it, it only has 1 gram net carb and 4 grams of fat, and calories wise, only 40 calories. So this is perfect to mix in with my protein powder. And once again, GenPro, you'll be amazed, it's got 30 grams of protein in one little scoop. Let me show you the scoop. Here it is. Tiny little scoop like this. I'm gonna take 1 scoop, and I like to take just a little extra. Again, I'm a vegetarian, so for me to get protein in a day is very important, and 1.5 scoops of this is gonna give me about 45 grams of protein, so that's awesome. And to that, because it's unsweet coconut milk, I'm gonna put a little bit of erythritol in here, and this is completely optional. Erythritol or any other kind of sweetener of your choice is optional, but I like it a little bit sweet and it tastes like really nice sweet coconut milk, so that's what I'm using. So right now I've got the protein powder and the erythritol in here. This product, it works best with a fork when you mix it, so I'm just gonna swirl that around and make sure it's mixed. And I'm gonna eyeball about 8 to 10 ounces of this coconut milk. And again, I'm gonna whisk it really well with the fork. And it's amazing how quickly this dissolves without any kind of clumping or lumping. And it's almost as if it was never there. Again, 45 grams of protein is gonna set me up for the rest of the day, and I don't have to think about so much on how I'm gonna get the rest of my protein in. So I'm gonna enjoy this and I'll be right back. So I realize a protein shake doesn't do it for everybody. It's not, sometimes people say it's a meal replacement, but it's not a meal replacement, especially for me. So I'm gonna have one more thing in addition to that protein shake to kind of round off my lunch. So today I'm making a very simple zucchini noodle Asian style. So Zoodles, sometimes people call it, but Asian style zucchini noodles. And it's a very, very simple recipe. You'll be able to make it in just a couple of minutes. So prep-wise, I've got 2 teaspoons of minced ginger, and I also have 1 spring onion. So for the spring onion, it's already washed. I'm just gonna go ahead and chop the white part of it. Chop it down just a little further. And we're gonna use this initially with the ginger. We're gonna saute it in a little bit of oil. And I'm gonna go ahead and chop the rest of this, the green part, and it's gonna be our garnish for later. We also have 1 zucchini. Now, this recipe is good for 1 zucchini. You can always double it or triple it if you're making it for a whole family. It's very easy, just multiply it out and it'll be just fine. Just gonna trim off the edge on there. So to make the zucchini noodles, I have this spiralizer. This is a fancy tool if you're gonna use it all the time. If you're not gonna use it all the time, then you can definitely do this by hand. You can just take a thin peeler and peel small strips and julienne it, and it'll still make little noodles. But since I use this a lot, I have this one. This is a Mueller brand zucchini spiralizer or vegetable spiralizer. The reason I like this is it completely spiralizes the entire zucchini without wasting the middle part of it. I know a lot of the spiralizers waste that portion of it, but this one is pretty good. So I cut the zucchini in half, just so it's manageable. And I'm gonna push that down. Go ahead and spiralize the zucchini. You have a little bit left like that, we can always chop it down later. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off. And notice how the middle core portion of it is completely gone. There's no wastage. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just chop this down. I'm not gonna waste any bit of it. Check out these beautiful zucchini noodles. Okay, so to start this recipe, I've got this pan here on medium heat, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and we're gonna heat that up. And once that coconut oil is hot, I've got my 2 teaspoons of ginger and the white part of the spring onion. Go ahead and saute that. Just for 30 seconds or so. And once the ginger is slightly brown, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of Sambal. It's a type of chili paste. And 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Now, read the label when you're taking soy sauce or buying soy sauce from the store, because every soy sauce has a different amount of carbs, and I found the lighter one has less carbs. And we're going to mix that through. And to this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tahini. That's going to give it the nice creamy texture for the sauce. And in goes our zucchini noodles. And we're just going to keep tossing them. Now the soy sauce has enough salt in it, so you shouldn't need to add any more, but it depends on your taste. If you need a little more salt, you can go ahead and add that. And just a couple of minutes later, see how the liquid from the zucchini has made this into a nice sauce. And the zucchini is not overcooked, but perfect. You can go ahead and switch off the stove. And we can garnish it with our spring onions. And I have a little bit of toasted sesame seeds here. And that's ready to enjoy. So that's my lunch. Now, this lunch is not heavy on protein. Once again, I'm going to remind you that the protein powder that I had has 45 grams of protein in it. So I'm a little okay with this one not having as much protein, but it does have a lot of fat, which the protein shake did not. The coconut oil as well as the tahini in here is going to provide a lot of fat, and it's going to round out your macros just perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this, and I'll be right back just in time for dinner. So it's finally dinner time, and let me show you what I'm having today. So first of all, I have this delicious, super creamy and super yummy broccoli and cheese soup. It is just filled with a whole bunch of broccoli, a lot of celery and onions, and it's amazingly delicious. So that's definitely very, very filling. I also have some cauliflower mac and cheese, though I don't like to call it mac and cheese because it really isn't mac and cheese, but I would call it cauliflower and cheese. But it's just super yummy and creamy. It makes that cauliflower so, so good. And I also have a piece of lavash. Now, lavash is my standard. Usually I have a piece of this just to dip it in my soup or you know, just to have it like bread. It's perfect. And finally, I have a ricotta cheese burfi, and that's gonna be my dessert. So this is all that I'm eating. It's really, really filling because there's so much fat content in all of this that it's going to keep me satiated till I break my fast like tomorrow at 1 or 2. So if you'd like to see more content like this, let me know in the comment section below, and please give this video a thumbs up. So remember, it's easy to keto if you know how. Thanks for watching. Bye.